Okay. All right, my friends. I'm gonna take my moccasins off for this. I'm gonna pause my music. All right, so I have posted the playlist. Happy Saturday, you guys. It is 4/4/2020. Just saying. It is in fact 4/4/2020, which is an interesting date. I posted the playlist if you'd like to grab it, put it on in the background. It's called Wish You Were Here. And we're missing Erica, but that's okay. Or Robbie is here. So if you guys have a wall, if you would set up close-ish to the wall. If you don't have a wall or do not want to participate in the Hop Fest that I have prepared for you today, that's perfectly fine. You can totally skip that whole thing and then just do standing splits instead, or standing forward fold, and then basically step to whatever we're gonna be stepping into. So it's just like a little extra thing in there. So Robbie is kind of closer to the wall. Do not get too close. Like, do not get closer than like a full palm of the hand. Like, you need a little bit of space because we're still gonna be flowing. And I promise you the wall is close enough to catch you. So there are some people who are not allowed, so I'm throwing it out there right away. Rachel, Zach, Taylor, Ashley, Mary, anybody else? No wall for you guys, okay? You just gotta suck it up and figure it out. Who? Marlene, yeah. Suck it up and try to figure it out without the wall. With that said, in a true Aries fashion, right? So I feel like this flow, or whatever you want to call it, reflects the true Aries archetype. So we're almost half through the Aries season, not quite. The full moon is coming on Tuesday. It has been definitely interesting energy to work with. Speaking of where we came from, Pisces to Aries, it's always such a big contrast between Pisces and Aries. But Aries is a fire sign. It's a cardinal fire. So it's a very initiating energy. It's very direct fire. Aries is not one to compromise. It's very, straightforward. It could be selfish, but in the best way of, inserting yourself or establishing yourself in some way. Definitely a feisty energy. It's truly the spring energy. It's like everything is blooming and everything is bursting with life. That's Aries energy. And I feel like this flow is going to be a little bit like that. So with that said, I'd love for you to find your seat. Let's get started. Again, we have an hour on Instagram. So let's get to it. I'm going to start the playlist right now. If you are ready, wish you were here. Wish you were here with us. But you are here with us, even though you're here with us this way. So if you first just find your seat, connect the sits bones into the mat. Roll the shoulders up and back, drop the head side to side. Just find a moment to settle in. Hopefully all my feeds are streaming fine. And as you practice with the fiery energy of Aries today, there's one little thing that I'd like you to bring up front in your consciousness. And that is this phrase. The problem is that you think you have time. The problem is that you think you have time. And whatever that brings up for you, I think it's a actually true Aries statement. It's so well connected with the fiery of Aries energy. The problem is that you think you have time. And I'll talk a little bit about the time maybe at the end. But in the meantime, I'd like you to just connect with whatever time perception you are experiencing right now with everything that's going on. Whether you feel pressed for time or whether you feel you have a lot of time, how did your perception of time change? Is your way you're going about your day in some way affected by this new perception of time? And for the next 60 or 55 minutes or so, can you tune into the time that you have right now, right in this moment? Right in this moment. How are you going to go about the most important time that you have? Which is only now. The problem is that you think you have time. What if you don't? Big breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top, sip in a little more. Out of your mouth, let it go. Again, big breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top. Sip in a little more. Out of your mouth, let it go. Roll the shoulders up and back. Drop the head side to side. Find a little bit of a movement through your body. Notice where the body wants to go, where it wants to move. Reach the arms over the head, interlace your palms, palms up, stretch through the wrists, lift to your right, off. Just a gentle side stretch. Back to the center, up and over, other side. Beautiful, back up, release the arms, roll the wrists, roll them as you release your hands down. Beautiful, take your hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your seat. Just kind of lean in, try to straighten your arms, pull the heart through. And then tune in into your wrist connection, palm fully connected into the mat. And then back in, forward, hands come onto the mat, find your way onto your hands and knees. Flip the hands, fingertips pointing forward. And then pull your weight back in towards your seat, stretching through the forearms. Beautiful. Hands out, fingertips pointing sideways, a little bit of a side to side through your upper body. Pull the core in, navel up against the spine, flat back. Top of the feet pressing firmly into the mat. Elbows straight, you're slightly pushing up, but crown of the head reaching forward. And then last one, suction cup the fingertips, bend the knuckles outward. And again, straight elbows, push the mat up and away, crown of the head reaching forward, pull the belly in. Nice. Plant your hands. What a perfect song to warm up. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Walk your feet all the way in front of your space. And a little bit of a release. Hollow out the belly. Hinge at the waist. Inhale. Halfway up. Exhale, fold, release. Again, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Last one, halfway up. Exhale, fold. All the way up, arms reach. Hands to heart, bring it in. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. Arms rise, inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, crawl your chest. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale here, fire up your quads, forward, elbows in, halfway down. Inhale, back bend. Roll over your feet, downward facing dog. TP toes, knees bend. Look where you're going, step or float. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. All the way up, arms reach. Hands too hard, bring it in, keep moving. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, flat back. Plant your hands, step or float, chaturanga, mid-plank. Inhale, back bend. Roll over your feet, downward facing. High on the tippy toes, knees bend, step or float. Halfway up, curl your chest. Exhale, release. All the way up, arms reach. Hands too hard, bring it in, one more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Feel your body moving. Halfway up. Plant your hands, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Roll over your feet, downward facing. TP toes, knees bend. Look where you're going, step or float. Halfway up. And fold. All the way up, arms reach. Hands too hard, bring it in, Utkatasana, chair pose, stay. Stay. Now lift your shoulders up towards your ears, straighten your fingertips all the way, and then start squeezing your fingertips. Come on, Robbie, squeezing. No, squeezing, fingertips, there you go. Squeezing. You guys, no soft pinching, it's full extension, and fast. Go for it, keep going, soften the toes, soften the face. Big breath in, forward fold is your release. Shake your arms, release here, oh yeah. Shake your head. Halfway up, inhale. Plant your hands, step or float, chaturanga, mid-plank. Inhale through your back bend. Roll over your feet, downward facing. You may totally hate me, you guys, today, and I love it. It's all right. All right, high on the tippy toes, round forward, find your way to plank. One of my favorite handstand exercises. Find your plank, really engage through the top of your feet and your heels. And now start walking your hands forward, maybe even off the mat. And you're trying to get low. And you hug the chin into the chest. You high on the tippy toes, you pulling the core in against the spine. You keep rounding, and something is sliding. It's either your feet or your hands. And you slide slowly. Keep holding as much as you can. Hold it. Keep pushing away from the mat. Until you end up down. All right. Shift your hips back to child's pose. Extend long through the arms. Lift the fingertips up. Stretch through the wrist. Imagine somebody's pulling your fingertips back. Right? Both of them. Back to front. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale here. Out of your mouth. Let it go. You guys ready? You ready, Robbie? I'm ready. Out of your mouth. Let it go. Right leg lift. Up and back. Slow it down. Pull your right foot back up to the sky. Knee to nose, bring it in, round, push the mat away, hug it in, heel close to your seat, round, hips are high. Scoot it back, three-legged dog. Right leg steps in, left heel goes down, warrior one, rise. Now keep moving your arms open back, take a big circle with your arms open through the shoulders, drop them down. Inhale, arms up. Your first one, arms go down, standing splits or all the way up if you have a wall. Your left foot comes on the wall, your right foot stays in flexion. Right foot is extended forward or the knee is gently bent. Standing splits is always an option. Slowly the right foot lands between your hands. You find standing splits or you step right away to warrior two. The left leg takes a long control step back. Coming up open, warrior two. There's your first handstand. Up and over, reverse. Lift your right side up towards the sky. Side stretch, not a back bend. Pull the belly in, inflate the space at your low back. Hug the right hip under. Slowly, arms go down, frame the foot, another standing splits, another handstand. Left leg is up on the wall, right leg is in, bend, flexion, hip in the flexion. Find your handstand, slowly back to standing splits or all the way to high crescent, right knee bends. Control step back, arms rise, high crescent. Warrior three, airplane arms, take it forward. You probably don't have enough space for arms extended if you're by the wall. Inhale here. Left knee comes into the chest, come all the way to standing. Give your left knee a little bit of a squeeze. Standing splits from here. Arms go down, left leg lifts. Plant your hands, straighten your arms, lift your shoulders up towards your ears, and then take a hop, slow hop up towards your handstand. Again, your right hip is in flexion, your left leg is up. Now from here, through your vinyasa, shift forward, start bending your elbows. Find your way all the way to chaturanga, or you're stepping to chaturanga, plank, up dog, roll over your feet, downward facing. Inhale here. There's more where that came from. Out of your mouth, let it go. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. Left leg lifts, up and back, pull it long. Knee to nose, full body engagement, push the mat away, hips are high. Scoot it back, three-legged dog. Left leg steps in, right heel goes down, warrior one, rise. Keep moving your arms, pressure outer edge of your right foot, big circle with your arms, open the shoulders. Inhale, arms back up. Arms go down, standing splits, or you're lifting all the way up to a handstand. This time the left hip is in flexion. Left leg is your landing leg. Slowly find your way back to standing splits or stepping right away back. Warrior two. Nice. Up and over, reverse. Lift, lift, lift. Expand through the left side of ribcage. Back to standing splits, back to upside down. Take a hop. Lift, find your handstand, push. Slowly the left leg lands again. High crescent is your exit. However you're getting there, arms rise. Warrior three, airplane arms, take it forward. Find it, drop your right hip, push back through the heel, crown of the head, reaching forward. A little bit of a lift through the chest. Right knee comes all the way into the chest, come all the way up to standing. Give your right knee a little bit of a squeeze. Find a quality standing posture. Arms go down, right leg lifts, standing splits. Take your time here. There's no momentum. Plant your hands, lift, come on top of your tippy toe, bend your standing leg. Take a hop. Find another handstand. Again, the left leg remains in flexion. Now legs are tight, elbows straight, pushing the mat away. Shift forward, elbows in, come all the way down to chaturanga. Or step or float from wherever you are in forward fold or standing splits. Roll over your feet, child's pose. Whew, I think we're going to need to take child's pose in between the sides. All right, so we're going to pad that flow with a little bit more of a, a little less handstand. The handstands are going to be spreading a little further apart from each other. But I wanted to give you a few right away. All right, back to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, and let it go. Right leg lift, up and back, long, focus, slow motion. Knee to nose, bring it in high, push the mat away. Scoot it back slowly, three-legged. Right leg steps in, left heel goes down, push off of your feet, warrior one, rise. Keep moving your arms, big circle with the arms, notice the shoulders, notice if you're dumping into your low back. Arms reach up again over your head. Interlace your hands at the low back. Lift up through the chest, light through the heart. Coming directly forward over your right knee. Now, depending on how wide your stance are, your upper body may land on the top of your thigh or inside of your thigh if your legs are wide enough. You're still pushing into the outer edge of your left foot, inflating your inner arch. Release your head and neck completely. Back up, inhale, slowly push off of your leg, arms rise. Standing splits or all the way up. Take your time lifting. And if one hop doesn't do it, just take another hop. There it goes. My uneven floor here is not helping. Right hip is in flexion. Beautiful. Back to standing splits or slowly right leg steps in, warrior two, all the way back. Up and over, reverse, lift, lift, lift. Triangle pose, straighten your right leg, keep the wide stance. Notice how it feels when you go to triangle with a super wide stance. Stay here for a moment. Right knee bends, right arm finds the floor, really sink deep. Left arm extends over your head, extended side angle. Pause here for a moment. Back to reverse, up and over all the way. Slowly, mindfully, standing splits or all the way up. Take it. Notice what it feels like. Notice how much momentum you have to create. Again, more hops than one, totally fine, or no hops whatsoever. Just stay in standing splits. Right leg comes down if you're upside down. If you're in standing splits, right knee bends. Control, step back, arms rise, high crescent. Airplane arms, warrior three, take it forward. Find your breath. Push back through the heel, drop your left hip down. Left knee comes into the chest, come all the way up to standing. Give your left knee a little bit of a squeeze. Left ankle on the top of your right knee, figure four, sit in. Now really scoot your seat way back, lift up through the chest. Bring your hands to heart center, and then maybe plug your left elbow into the inside arch of your left foot and find a twist off to your right. Back forward, extend your arms long over your head. Check in with the hips. Now arms go down, maybe you find a flying pigeon, so plant your hands, hook your right foot over your left and then lean in. And maybe the left leg extends or maybe it won't. Wherever you are, back into figure four, seated. Coming all the way up into standing, left knee gets a squeeze. Warrior three is your exit again, hands to heart. Inhale here. Arms go down, standing splits. Plant your hands, lean your weight into your hands. Find your way to upside down again. Again, one hop or two hops or however many needs to happen. This time we're going all the way down through your vinyasa. So if you're upside down, shift forward, start bending your elbows. Slowly finding the ground. Inhale, up dog. Roll over your feet. Downward facing. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. One more breath, inhale. Out of your mouth, let it go. Left leg lifts, up and back, pull. Slowly round, knee to nose, push the mat away, challenge yourself. Scoot it back, three-legged dog. Slow motion, step your left foot in, right heel goes down. Push up off of your feet, inhale. Keep moving your arms, big circle, check in with your low back. Arms rise over your head again. Interlace your hands at the low back, non-habitual grip. Lift up through the chest, breath. Exhale directly forward over your left leg. Again, if your legs are wide enough stance, you have a space inside. Otherwise, just on the top of the left thigh, release the head and neck. Still squeezing the right quad, pressure outer edge of your right foot. Back up, inhale, arms rise. Arms go down, standing splits or upside down. Left hip stays in flexion, right leg is up. Push the mat away. Slowly left leg finds the way between your hands again. Right leg takes a long step back, warrior two. Up and over, reverse, lift, lift, open through the left side of the rib cage. Arms to a T, straighten your left leg, reach, reach, reach. Keep wide stance for this triangle, just lean in. Notice what it feels like, notice any space. Left knee bend, sink deep into your left hip. Left knee stays over your ankle, extended side angle, find depth. Keep a weight in your legs, come up and over again, reverse warrior. Arms go down, standing splits, upside down, all the way, take a hop. Left leg finds the hands, the ground, step your right foot back, high crescent, arms rise. Warrior 3, take it forward. Find your warrior 3. Right knee comes into the chest, come all the way up to standing. Bring your right knee in, give it a squeeze. Right ankle, top of your left knee. Scooch your seat way back. Hands come to heart center. And then maybe the right elbow finds the inner arch of your right foot. And you add a little bit of a twist here. Yeah, the sound is great right now. Back to center, arms reach forward, up over the head, pull the belly in, flat back. Hold right there. And then maybe plant your hands, finding your way into pigeon on the other side. Back into figure 4. Come all the way up to standing, right knee comes up. Standing split, arms go down. Plant your hands, take another hop, bring your feet up in the air. And then from here you're taking vinyasa. Take your time, take a moment. The chest lift, gaze lift, shoulders move over the wrist. Start bending your arms slowly, belly tight. Up dog. Child's pose, shift it back. Whew. Oh my gosh. What did I do? Just take a moment, maybe a sip of water if you guys have a water. Again, for those of you who know me well, I don't really have much to do with it. It just comes to me in some way. It just appears and then it just comes out. So I never know what it's gonna be like until the day off. And this is what we've been presented with today. So just notice what it's doing for you or what it's not doing, right? It is your practice. You will always receive exactly what you need from your practice. Whether it's challenge or discomfort or frustration. You always receive exactly what you need from your practice. In our case, a little external noise, that is, it is what it is. All right, let's add a little more, shall we? We shall. We shall. All right, downward facing dog. Whew. Find your down dog, tune in, find your breath. Inhale in, full inhale out of your mouth, let it go. One more, breath in. Out of your mouth, let it go. Right leg lift, still nice and slow. Pull it in, slow motion, knee to nose. Bring it in, round. Push the mat away. Scoot it back, three-legged dog. Extend length through the spine. Step your right foot in, left heel down. Focus on your feet, arms rise, warrior 1. Big circle with the arms. Open through the heart, check in with your low back. Inhale, arms back up. Interlace your hands at the low back. Lift up through the chest, soft through the heart, strong through your left leg, coming directly forward. Release to humble warrior. Release the head and neck, find a place, tune into your left quad. Inhale back up, arms rise, warrior 1, listen. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Right back to front, arms go down, frame the foot, left arm plants, right arm up, inhale. Side plank, off to your right. Take your right foot, meet your left. Yes, right arm finds the mat, right knee, right tricep, tap. 3-legged dog, right leg goes long. Step your right foot slowly all the way in, left heel down, warrior one again. Keep the circling with the arms, big circle with your arms. Inhale, arms rise. Standing splits, going upside down, plant your hands, lift. Find your way. Stay here for a couple breaths, play with it. Right leg lands, right knee bends, control, step back, warrior two. Up and over, reverse, left. Straightening your right leg as you lean in over to Trikonasana. Keep it nice and wide, just notice how different it feels. Maybe keep it a little softer today than you would normally. Or whatever you want to do with it, really. Right knee bends, right arm plants, maybe find a little extra depth through your back leg. Left arm reaches over your head. You can stay here, you can find a bind, or you can even find a way into Birds of Paradise if you have it. When you're coming up through Birds of Paradise, keep looking down, push off of the standing leg, fire up your core. And then only once you're up somewhat, lift the gaze, find a new point of drishti, and then maybe straightening the right leg. If you're holding extended side angle, you are the trooper. Step it back, right arm plants, back to extended side angle. Push off of your feet, up and over, reverse your warrior again. Half moon, right arm finds the floor, left leg lifts. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Straightening the right leg here may relieve some pressure. Right knee bends, control, step back, reverse warrior again. Arms go down, frame the foot. Left arm plants, right arm up, open. Scoot your right leg back, side plank again. Right arm finds the mat, right knee, right tricep, tap. 3-legged dog. Again, right knee, right tricep, tap. Maybe take an Ekapada Kundanyasana, or maybe just chaturanga your arms and then stay right here, lean in. Back to 3-legged dog, right leg goes. Step your right foot all the way in, warrior two, coming up again. Up and over, reverse. Standing splits, upside down, plant your hands. Find a way to lift. Hips over shoulders, stacking. Slowly hinge at the waist. Right leg finds the floor, control, step back, high crescent, arms rise. Warrior three, shift forward, airplane arms, lift your back leg, breath. Left knee comes into the chest, come all the way up into standing. Give your left knee a squeeze, left ankle, top of your right knee. Scoot your seat way back. Maybe find a way, lift your right hip a little up or down, notice. And again, maybe a twist or maybe a flying pigeon. Whatever your option here is. Back to standing, arms rise. Left knee into the chest, high crescent is your exit. Step your left foot back, arm up, inhale. Arms go down, frame the foot. Side plank to your right. Beautiful, right arm finds the mat, right to right, tap. 3-legged dog. Right leg steps in, high crescent, arms rise. Warrior three, take it forward. Find a moment. Arms go down, standing splits. Plant your hands. Again, take it upside down. Take a couple hops here. Notice where you are this time. You're going through your vinyasa. Whatever that looks like, step, float, or through a holding handstand. Up dog. Down dog. Whew. mouth, release the head. Again, big breath in. Out of your mouth, release the head. Left leg lift, up and back, long. Knee to nose, wrap it in, push it in. Scoot it back, three-legged. Step your left foot in, slowly, mindfully dial your right heel down. Rise, pushing off of your feet, building your foundation from ground up. Keep circling the arms. Inhale up. Interlace your hands at the low back, non-habitual grip. Lift up through the chest. Directly forward depending on the width of your hips and stance. Inside or on top of your left thigh, release the head and neck. Keep the engagement through your right quad. Outer edge of your right foot. Back up, inhale, arms rise. Skandasana to the back of your mat, bend into the right knee. Back to front, arms go down, right arm plants inside of your left foot, left arm up. Breath here. Take your left foot back to meet the right, find side plank. Take a breath. Left arm finds the mat, left to left, tap. Three-legged dog, hips go back, lengthen, take your time. Step your left foot in, right heel down, warrior one, rise. Keep circling the arms again, big circle. Arms up, rise over your head, standing splits all the way up into a handstand. Find a moment here, push the mat away, grab with the fingertips. Slowly start your way back down, left leg steps between your hands, warrior two is your exit, slow, control. Up and over, reverse, lift. Two triangle, left leg straightens, keep wide stance, lean in. Notice what you're working with. Left knee bends, left arm find the ground. Deep through the legs, extended side angle. Stay here or find the way into the bind or find the way into birds of paradise. Again, kudos to you if you're holding extended side angle because that's the hardest route. That's the hardest way, just holding a posture. Birds land, find your way back to extended side angle. Back to reverse, push off of your feet, strong through your legs, lift your left side up. Half moon, left arm finds the floor. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Inflate the space at your low back. Bend your left knee, control, step back, up and over, reverse again. Arms go down, frame the foot. Right arm plants, left arm up, low lunge twist. And take your left leg back to meet the right, another side plank. Left arm finds the mat, left to left, tap. Three-legged dog, hips go back, lengthen. Again, left to left, find the connection, maybe chaturanga your arms, maybe take ekapada. Three-legged dog, hips go back. Step your left foot all the way in, warrior two coming up. Up and over, reverse, lift, lift, lift. Standing splits, control, windmill your arms down, plant your hands, lift, find your way up. Yes. Left leg finds a way into the ground, control, step back, high crescent is your exit. Warrior three, take it forward. Drop your right hip down, engage through the back heel. Right knee comes into the chest, come all the way to standing, give your right knee a little bit of a squeeze. Right ankle, top of your left knee. Scoot your seat way back. And again, options here, either find the twist or find Ekapada Galavasana, flying pigeon. Back to the center, right knee gets a squeeze, come all the way to standing. High crescent is your exit, step your right foot back, arms rise. Arms go down, frame the foot, plant your hands. Side plank to your left, again. Open. Left arm finds the mat, left to left, tap. Three-legged dog, hips go back. Step your left foot in, arms rise, high crescent, inhale. Warrior three, airplane arms, take it forward. Beautiful, find it, arms go down, standing splits. Take a moment, plant your hands, take a hop or two, find your handstand. And then walk, step, float through your vinyasa. Whatever that looks like for you. Child's pose. Oh my goodness. Whew. You know, back to the Aries energy. It's such a pure survival energy, you know. It's the sheer will to live. That's an Aries energy. You can take it. It has such a determination. It has such a strong will. It does not really care about any obstacles. Instead of going around, it'll just go right through. And we need that sometimes. Sometimes we need that. But just like everything has two, you know, every coin has two sides. Every balance has, you know, it's extreme. So obviously there's always a shadow side to everything. But I just like to focus today on the positives of the Aries archetype. I think we can all use a little fire in this moment in time. Little will, little survival will, little primal animalistic instincts. I think they will serve us well. And if you can channel that in your mat and then just, you know, take a hop, kind of, you power through it in a way that you maybe normally wouldn't, that's totally fine. You know, that's totally fine. Normally in class I wouldn't be able to give wall to all of you, but today I can, so might as well. Alright, one more set, the very short beginning version. Right, so that's 3 handstand on each side. Warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3. One more piece of flow and then we're going down on the ground. Down and facing dog. Come on you guys, yes you can. Yes you can. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. One more breath in. Out of your mouth, let it go. Right leg lifts, up and back. Knee to nose, bring it in. Scoot it back, three-legged. Step your right foot in, left heel goes down. Warrior 1, rise, arms, keep moving. Open. Inhale, arms rise over your head. Standing splits, control, plant your hands, control legs as you lift. Right leg finds the mat, warrior 2 is your exit, control, step back. Up and over, reverse, lift, open. Arms go down, standing splits, again, control your move. You may fire it up, just keep a little bit of control over the fire. Right leg between your hands, left leg steps back, high crescent is your exit. Warrior 3, airplane arms, lean in, forward. Find your breath, find your posture. Left knee comes into the chest, bend your standing leg, come all the way up. Inhale. Standing split, arms go down, left leg lifts. Find a moment here. Plant your hands, take a hop, find your handstand. Find your wall if you need to. And then through your vinyasa, lift your chest, lift your gaze, bend your elbows, shift your upper body forward. Up dog, downward facing dog. Almost there, inhale here, one more side, out of your mouth, let it go. Again, breath in, out of your mouth, let it go. Left leg lifts, up and back. Knee to nose, wrap it in, push the mat away. Scoot it back, three-legged. Left leg steps in, warrior 1, rise. Keep moving your arms. Big circle. Keep the belly in place. Arms rise over your head. Inhale. Standing splits. Upside down. Plant your hands. Find your breath. Left leg slowly hinge at the waist. Find weight between your hands. Control. Step back. Warrior 2. Coming up. Up and over, reverse. Stay here. Sink deep into your left leg. Open through the left side of your ribcage. Arms go down. Standing splits. Take it up again. Plant your hands firmly. Notice how you're distributing your weight through your hands. Left leg finds the space between your hands. Control. Step back. High crescent. Arms wrapped. Warrior 3. Take it forward. My sunglasses are gonna fall off. Find your breath. Right knee into the chest. Come all the way up to standing. Give your right knee a little bit of a squeeze. Standing splits. Arms go down. Keep your legs tight. Plant your hands. Engage through your arms. Come on the tippy toe. Take a hop. Find your last handstand. And then whenever you're ready, through your vinyasa. Child's pose. Whew. Well, actually make it embryo, you guys. Bring the knees in together. And then wrap your arms around your body. Let the shoulders sink and release. Let the upper back round, just complete release through your shoulders, especially if you did all of the handstands that I made you do. Whew. And then if you would just come back to the phrase, the problem is that you think you have done. And notice what comes up now. Notice when you lean into life with sheer force, with sheer want for survival and need. What happens? Where does it come up? And even if you're not areas or if you don't have any major placements in your birth chart from in areas, you still have that energy in your makeup. Everybody does. It is somewhere. It's just a matter of how it manifests, how strongly or how lightly, and then how you utilize it. What kind of questions does it bring in for your growth? Because in a way, at the end of the day, astronomy is just another language that we have to help us ask questions. Alright, from wherever you are, bring your hands back forward, come way onto your hands and knees. And then come lay down actually, onto your belly. Yay! Your right arm is going to cactus on the right side, so the elbow is bent 90 degrees between your forearm and your humerus bone. Roll onto your right shoulder. You can bend both of your knees or just the top knee. Just kind of depends how much space you have. Notice how different this stretch is from the one when we have our arms simply extended back. So when you bend your arm and then you lean on it this way, you're getting into a little different areas of your pec, major, minor, and your rotator cuffs. So just kind of noticing, this one is harder for me. Even though I have a big shoulder mobility, I tend to get a lot more from this particular stretch than from the straight one. But again, everybody's different, so it's just for you to notice where it's showing up for you. And then slowly find your way back onto your belly. Finding the cactus through your left arm. Finding the position and then rolling onto your left side. Again, both knees can be bent. Just kind of play with the legs a little bit and notice where do you land. I actually like to keep both of my knees bent in this twist. It just kind of helps me to find a little more space to get into it. So nobody says that you have to have one of your legs straight or both of your legs straight or both of your legs bent. It just really depends of where you find the space. So go into it with a little bit of an open mind, tuning into the body sensation, noticing where do you get most out of it. Again, if you would tune back into the perception of time as is right now. It is really interesting because I feel like everybody is like, oh, what day is it and how long have we been doing this? At the same time, it feels such a short amount of time from last Saturday, and it feels also like it may have been several months since class last Saturday. It's really interesting to see how, even though time is always the same, it flows in the exact same pace, it never changes. That's the one condition, one true condition that is put upon human life is you have this time span, and that's it. You have certain allotted time that you're here, and you don't know how much of it you do have, which creates an interesting dynamic of your interaction with life. And then slowly come back again. Maybe straightening the arms kind of wide. And then bring your hands by your chest, tuck your toes, lift your kneecaps, forehead down, tail under, belly strong, 3, 2, 1, plank. Yes, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. And then drop down to your knees, cross your feet, sit your butt behind your legs. We're gonna turn because we're not gonna have our faces on the sun. Extending your legs long. A little bit of a lift through the chest, find the sit bones, and then reach for your shins or your ankles or your toes. Pull through the arms, lift up, and then release. And then slowly coming back up again, soles of the feet come onto the mat. Bend your knees, grab underneath your kneecaps, lift up through the chest, round down one vertebra at a time. Finding a way onto your back, bring your knees in with you, hug the shins in towards the armpits, flatten the low back onto the mat, and a little bit of a side to side. And then before we settle in for our Shavasana, any final postures that you guys want to do, back bend, bridge, twist, shoulder stand, anything that needs to happen in order for you to complete your practice. Please do that. Maybe we'll get some quiet for Shavasana. We will see. If and when you're done with whatever it is that you're doing, bring your knees in towards the chest one more time. Give it a little bit of a squeeze, forehead to knee, wrap it all in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Gather everything in towards the heart center. Hug it in. Lay the head and neck down first. And then slowly extend the feet to the opposite corners of your mat. Soften the hips. I mean, the hour just flew by. For me, anyway. Soften the shoulders, wiggle the jaw. Soften the face. Big breath in through your nose. Feel the body, head to toe, complete inhale. All the crevices inflate out of your mouth. Let it go. Beautiful. Again, just like that. Big breath in, full body inhale. Sip everything that you can in out of your mouth. Release. And just settle into your mat. Let the body become heavy. Create your space to just be and watch, observe, and witness. And then ask yourself about the time. The problem is that you think you have time. The time is now. If you have, in fact, limited an amount of time, what does it mean for how you're going to live your life? What are the priorities that are going to become the priorities? Are there going to be new priorities, or are you going to live your life the exact same way? What is truly important to you? The time is now. And then bring it full circle. Right at the same time, for your spiritual growth, for your soul growth, and for your consciousness growth, you have all the time that you need. You have lifetimes of opportunities to learn from all the things that you have done, that you do, and you will do. So it's like a little bit of a catch-22, right? On one hand, you do not know how much time you have left, and you have to do your absolute best to use the time that you have now in the most meaningful way for you. On the other side, your soul, your consciousness, your awareness is timeless. It will take all the time it needs in order to grow, in order to learn, in order to integrate. Again, I'm going to leave you guys in Shavasana just because I like doing that. There's a couple songs left on the playlist, so if you would like to just stay there and listen. I truly appreciate you guys taking the time, making this important for you. Finding a routine, finding a place to your mat, finding an opportunity to check in with yourselves and with all of us. Please keep tuning in, please keep practicing. If you have any questions, please do let me know. Feel free to share this as much as you can so more people can tune in. Mindfulness into the breath space, into the heart space, and a sacred that unites us all. From my mat to yours, and from my heart to yours always. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Happy Saturday. Have a great rest of the day. Drink plenty of water. Ideally shower. And I'll see you guys next time.